This is it. Opening day. The regular season is set to begin, and we're thrilled to bring you all the live action right here on 2K Sports. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Toronto Raptors. Here with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sidelines. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Friday, they'll be taking on Franz Wagner and the Orlando Magic. Then on Saturday, they'll go up against Jalen Williams and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. The post pairing, Barnes playing alongside Pirtle. R.J. Barrett is out there with Dick, and it's Ingram in at the 3. And for Atlanta, the post pairing, Johnson along with Porzingis. Filling the perimeter slots are Daniels and Rizachet. And it's Young in at the point guard. So here we go. It's game 1 of the regular season for both teams. And Doris, each one wants to start their year on the right foot.
Yeah, both of these teams have been waiting all summer for this game. Tip off to a new season. I can't wait, Kevin.
And so it's the Hawks getting on the board first. Pirtle goes up with it again. Dick, that's good.
Oh, good balance from Dick. Able to take the contact and still score inside.
Young against Barrett. Johnson surveying the floor. Back to Young. Just 5 to shoot. Rebound by the Raptors.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
Ingram passes to Barnes. Outside, Barrett. Back to Barnes. Over Young. Dick wide open. A three-pointer, no good. Hawks have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Well, Trae Young has shown over the years he is one of the best in the league at drawing contact from defenders.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
It seems to be an overlooked part of Trae Young's game, but GA, he's led the NBA in total assists a few times.
No doubt. You initially think about Trae shooting, scoring, but he also runs the offense really well and wants to facilitate.
Boy, that's brutal. 1 for 5 to start. You have got to find your footing offensively.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
I briefly spoke with Quinn Snyder. We chatted about Scotty Barnes. In terms of the game plan, Coach told me they plan to give Scotty extra attention, saying, quote, "We'll try to make things hard on him. It's key we don't allow him to get into an early groove. We'll see if they can execute." Back to you, Kevin.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. Now, here's Johnson. Hawks passing it around. Pass to Porzingis. Back to Rizachet. Porzingis with a screen on Barrett. And it's Rizachet missing.
This guy does not love to operate in the mid-range, and it showed right there.
And here's Ingram from the arc. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Johnson right side. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And it is so much fun watching these guys just throw it down. Jalen Johnson can do it with the best of them.
Dick in the corner. For 3, Ingram. It's rebounded by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Daniels kicks to Young. The shot's good on the assist by Daniels. Young's got 6.
And most of the time, you expect Young's 3-ball to fall. That's just how good he is.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. Here's the list of players who had the most steals in the NBA last season. Tyson Daniels on top.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
Dick passes to Barrett. Good on the shot.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
Outside Daniels. And a miss there on the triple.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Lob pass to Pirtle. The shot misses.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
There's the lob to the hoop. Pirtle with the steal. Young against Barrett. Pass to Dick. Daniels with the steal. Driving to the basket.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
It's Ingram on the wing. Guarded by Rizachet. Shot clock at 6. And again, no good by Toronto. Outside Daniels. Fader on the way. And again, it's Atlanta.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Barrett the pass to Dick. Right side Barrett. Back to Ingram. Takes the 3. Pirtle dishes to Barrett. Nobody near Barnes. No good on the triple.
Well, you can see they are willing to absorb some of these open shots from this guy because obviously another miss here.
Porzingis sets the pick for Young. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And the Hawks making a change here. Okongwu's checked in. The Raptors also with a sub. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. Dick with it. He's covered by Daniels. And here's Barnes for 3.
He might be forcing things a little bit right now. Credit the defense for how they're playing him.
Wasted no time on that one.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And stolen by Daniels. Shoots it. And the Hawks getting another basket right there. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks, guys. No doubt that a healthy Kristaps Porzingis is still a unicorn for what he can bring to a team. When Atlanta pulled the trigger to bring him in, they envisioned him stretching the floor, and Porzingis has opened up about recovering from the illness that sidelined him during the 2025 NBA playoffs. Guys, the Hawks are hoping he can be the player that helps get them back into the postseason. Their entire 2025-26 regular season hinges on KP.
He is a big factor. All right, John, thanks for the update.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pass to Young for the three. That one, no good.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
You know this about Scotty Barnes. This guy is an exceptional athlete. That is above the rim.
Johnson outside and stolen by Barnes. In the corner, Barrett with it. Fires the three, and it's Daniels with the rebound. The Hawks leading by 18. Johnson, the pass to Okongwu. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
In working away from the ball, Ingram thrives in the catch and shoot. A player you have to stay connected to on defense.
Now here's Johnson. Young from outside. And it's Mamukelashvili with the rebound.
Boy, the team doing pretty well despite his offensive struggles right now.
Pass to Dick. Here's Barnes. Covered by Johnson. Misses the three.
Boy, he just doesn't have it here tonight, and it's had a ripple effect on this team.
Young from outside. Rebound by the Raptors.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Daniels with it. Barrett covering. Johnson wide open. He fires. And Okongwu slams it in.
Nice job clearing some space out under the boards and setting himself up there for the putback.
And not just any old putback, Clark, but a big, big foul. Now here's Ingram. To the inside. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Okongwu. Pass to Rizichet. And the three off target.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
They set the pick. Out to Barrett. The Raptors need to get a shot off. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And Okongwu slams it in.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Offensive rebound. Barrett uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, that's about hustle and having a knack for knowing where the shot's coming off. R.J. Barrett on the glass.
Young drives in. He scores with that shot. Now he's 3 of 8.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Okongwu. Back to Young. From deep three-point territory. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance here from the Hawks so far.
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
So with Johnson sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Quinn Snyder right now. We've got Payne. He's out there with Luke Kennard. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And Gay is in at the power forward. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Ali LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you so much. Raptors head coach Darko Rajakovic wants his team to be very competitive on the defensive end. He said, quote, covering for each other, protecting the paint, taking away corner threes, and making a team effort. Everybody's got to chip in. Kevin, back to you.
All for one. Ali LaForce with the report. Hey, Ali, thanks. Now, here's Quickly. Still without a basket.
Well, great pass, and Quickly makes great use of it.
Connected to the game. Of course, that's one way to describe Jakob Poeltl.
Well, Poeltl is an exceptional screener. He loves to hit the glass. He's a very physical player. He's everything you want in a big.
Pass to Walter. And they're moving it up. Here's Payne, and here's Porzingis. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
That's what you call using your size in the painted area. Kristaps Porzingis, easy work right there.
And the dunk by Poeltl.
Yeah, in football they talk about passing to the spot and letting your teammate go get it. That's exactly what happened.
Kennard setting the pick for Payne. Shoots the 3. And Poeltl pulls it down. Poeltl's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Walter. Here's Abaji. No good from outside.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Gay's shot is good. Raptors trail by 19. Here's Walter. Back to Quickly. From downtown, rebound Atlanta. Porzingis has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Oh, and there's the alley-oop, and it's out of bounds. The Raptors will take it the other way.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Poeltl. Coming off a terrific season, came in about 14 points per, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
Now, here's Quickly. To the paint, Porzingis with the steal. Pass to Gay. That's tipped, and he gets it back. That one goes. Count it. Raptors trail by 21. Now, here's Quickly. No good with the triple. Payne gets a wide-open look. Off target from three-point range.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Trains the three-pointer.
Boy, this guy not necessarily a knockdown threat from deep, but when you give him that type of room, he will make you pay.
Pass to Gay. Back to Alexander Walker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here's Mobo. From down in the low post, it goes. Mobo's got his first points of the night.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Raptors trail by 14 to the middle. Porzingis with the block.
Oh, that is a big-time block from KP. How about that rim protection?
The Hawks shooting in the second quarter has been pretty embarrassing, just 27%. Kennard on the wing. Sinks the three-pointer. Kennard's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, you simply have to stay connected to him. His shooting stroke is that pure.
Driving in.
This guy's so fast, quickly ready to make an adjustment when needed. What a pretty drive.
Atlanta leading by 13. Here's Alexander Walker. Still scoreless. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Quickly the pass to Abaji. And here is Pirtle. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. Pass to Payne. Now here's Kennard. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Well, this is how Luke Kennard made his way to the NBA. The knockdown 3. Good night.
On the wing quickly. Payne covering. Fires it up. And it's quickly missing. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Pass to Kennard. There's the 3. Mobo with the rebound. Raptors trail by 18. So here we are, Greg, looking at this roster of the Raptors. What is the path to contention?
Well, perhaps an opening in the East for them to make a move. Going from good to great, it's tougher and will require them to develop or acquire some superstar talent.
A shot by Alexander Walker, no good. Toronto's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Pass to Payne. Hawks passing it around. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. For Toronto, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Here's quickly. Looking for Kennard. He gets it in there. Alexander Walker with the ball. Down low. Here's Gay. It drops for his 3rd basket. He's missed only 1 shot.
You love it when a guy can put a slow start behind him and begin to ramp it up.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And Greg, everyone talks about the importance of basketball IQ. Can you win in the NBA with a low IQ team?
Boy, it would be tough. I mean, there's a reason younger teams typically don't win at the highest level. But you need to take those lumps and get that experience and learn from those lessons.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Here's Mamu Kelishvili, covered by Okongwu. And that one's good. Ingram.
Silky three-point shot by Ingram. Just goes to the arc and knocks it down.
Pass to Rizichet. Back to Young. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Ingram with it. He's picked up by Rizichet. Clock at 6. Pass to Shed. Young with the steal. Kicks it out to Johnson. That 3 off the mark. Raptors trail by 17. Daniels with the steal. Lobbed up there for Johnson.
And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Hey, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Ingram outside. Pass to Shed. And the Raptors miss again. The Hawks leading by 19. Throws it up high. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And how about that athleticism from Jalen Johnson?
Toronto's gone for the three-pointers 7 times here in the second and been successful 3 times. Inside. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And they haven't worked it inside as much as they did earlier in the game. Now that they have the lead, they don't seem as determined to pound it down low.
That's good from Barnes. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
Raptors trail by 18. Ingram left side. Drills the three-pointer. Ingram's got 9 points.
2 trays now in the second quarter after he hit one in the first.
Pass to Rizeshe. Okongwu with a screen on Ingram. In the corner, Daniels. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Hawks lead by 18.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
And just willing to take chances defensively pays off in a transition basket.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys are such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And taking a look back at last year's numbers, he's about a 76% shooter.
And some good young players on the Raptors, but Doris, what's their path to contention?
Well, obviously, they have some quality basketball players. Scotty Barnes is right at the top of that list, a really well-rounded player. But here's the reality for every team. You need a well-constructed roster 1 to 15, and you need to have some depth. The season is long, the possessions in the game are fast. It is really about the totality of your group. That's big-time length and athleticism by Scotty Barnes, leaving no doubt.
Young inside. Good on the bucket. 10 points for him. Now here's Ingram. Pass to Shed over Young. And so it's Atlanta with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up their... Thank you, Allie. And folks, don't go away. Halftime is here, and we'll be right back with you after this break.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Atlanta Hawks.
Well, it's been a stampede in transition. They'll run it right down your throat if you let them.
I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. I'm going to give you a compliment, just like you, Jet, in the blink of an eye.
And now here's something that's always interesting. Let's see what the fans are up to on social media. And here's a good one. Gerald Hops inquires, what would happen if the league got rid of the three-point line?
I actually love that idea. Get rid of those little guys running around on the outside. Earn your living in the paint.
Yeah, nope. Let's not go back to the olden days. No, thank you.
Well, you know, the league is always looking for ways to improve and evolve, but I agree. I don't see that one happening anytime soon. Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Raptors, setting the floor for the Raptors. In at the forwards, Ingram and Barnes. Brady Dick is out there with Barrett, and it's Pirtle in at the 5. Young up top, Barrett covering, the 3, Young, good. Young's got 13.
And this game belongs to Young right now, and he is simply making everything.
Pirtle kicks to Ingram. Trying tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good.
Boy, this guy has not had a great night, and it really has weighed the entire team down.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Fouled beyond the arc, and he almost hit the shot. He'll go to the line for three. And GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
First one falls for him. GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
His contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them.
And the second free throw, good. Even after pivoting towards their youth, GA, the Hawks, last season had an improved record.
Yeah, they traded away a bunch of rotation veterans, but the young fellas showed they were ready to step in, and this group didn't miss a beat.
Last one's off, and they'll settle for 2 points.
What you love about Jakob Poeltl is his reliability. You know he's going to give you rim protection and rebounds. The other part is he can play with his back to the basket. Somewhat of a lost skill.
Poeltl with the steal. To the inside, Barnes. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience. I'll tell you exactly the start to this half that you're looking for. He's taken 3 shots. He's made 3 shots.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. Risacher with it, outguarded by Ingram. And then Johnson with the dunk.
And you can tell Risacher has a great basketball IQ. He spots the opening and delivers the pass on time.
Barnes outside. No good on the 3.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And it's Risacher missing.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Well, you have to understand, spacing is provided when you can make threes. R.J. Barrett delivers.
Outside Daniels. Porzingis sets the pick for Daniels. And the dunk by Porzingis.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there. That makes the game easy.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Barrett the pass to Poeltl. Ingram wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Boy, this is the story of the night for this guy. He's taken a lot of questionable shots.
Young outside. Shot clock at 5. Unloads. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
I'll tell you, his shot has not been there, but I like the fight he's showing.
Barrett with the bounce pass. Ingram fires from way outside. Can't connect from long distance.
And I wouldn't put it past him, guys, to eventually start hitting those, given what he did in the first half.
We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalen Johnson, great in the two-man game, and he talked about how he operates off the pocket pass. He said, quote, "It's simple. You got to read before the catch. Point 5, quick decisions. Just how quarterbacks have progressions with receivers, I have progressions in the pocket, and I read those." Back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you. To the middle, it's stolen by Johnson. And oh, he jams it right over Scotty Barnes. Wow.
Man, that's a dunk that would get some high scores. You know Johnson put some time into that one.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Barrett the pass to Dick. And again, Toronto no up.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
The 3 from Porzingis. Here's Risacher. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket.
Nice to see Ricochet assert himself on the glass, hustling to get his team a second chance opportunity.
And the Raptors call time here.
You know, I think one thing Coach will address in this timeout right now is you're missing a lot of shots. Why not become more of a facilitator out there?
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Gaze checked in. Alexander Walker comes in for Ricochet. Kennard, he's checked in for Dyson Daniels. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Trae Young. In the corner, Barrett with it. And the Raptors miss again.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
There's the screen. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. And it's off from three-point range. Onside, Barrett. Down low. Mobo can't hit. Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. Pass to Alexander Walker. Offline with his three. Toronto shooting about 33%. Not happy with their play on that end. And it goes down 2 points. Abaji's got his second bucket of the night.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
Payne kicks to Kennard. Now, Alexander Walker. Good.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Johnson. And then Johnson with the dunk.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Kennard against Barrett. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got his fourth rebound in this one. From deep, it's rebounded by Barrett.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
From 11 feet away, Payne grabs the board. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And when it comes to R.J. Barrett, what do you think, Doris, about his development?
Well, we know he's got a scorer's mindset, and he's excellent off the dribble. The key for his growth is just he's got to become a consistent shot maker from deep.
A three from Quickly. Atlanta with the rebound. Gay's got 4 rebounds in this game. And here's Payne. To the paint, trying to find Johnson. He's got it now, and the layup's good off the glass. Johnson's got 16 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Quickly with it, now guarded by Payne. Here's Walter. And the Raptors miss again. And you have to like how they're moving the ball right now.
Snappy passes to ready shooters. It's basketball 101, but boy, is it working. How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Onside, Barrett. To the inside, Mobo.
Well, critical in the pick and roll that you be able to deliver the ball in a timely spot and in the right position, and R.J. Barrett does just that.
Johnson outside. Pass to Kennard. Back to Johnson. From outside, off the mark. The Raptors shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. To the right side. Rebounded by the Hawks.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Now, Alexander Walker. Johnson the screen. And slam dunk by Johnson.
And I love that from Johnson. Sets the pick and then finds some space there for the basket.
And it's the Raptors' ball. There's a good screen. Inside. Oh, that was something else.
Have mercy. Oh, here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Pass to Walter. Now Barrett. Payne covering with the fadeaway. Barrett, no good.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Back to Payne. 6 on the shot clock. Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Barrett setting a pick for Quickly. Pass to Abaji. A three-pointer off the mark. Hawks shooting almost 60% from the field here in the third. They are really feeling it.
And we've been watching Jalen Johnson build this confidence, taking it to the defense there. Big game tonight.
And here's Quickly for 3. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. For Atlanta, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
The first free throw is good. So for the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Jalen Johnson. Zachary Rizachet comes in for Luke Kennard. Young is subbed in for Payne. Then for the Raptors, Mamu Kelishvili is checked in, and it's Brandon Ingram in for Walter. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. 29 seconds left in the third.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Always going up for the alley-oop here. Here's Gay. He's got 11. The Hawks again can't hit. Ingram passes to Quickly. Off target with his 3. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a huge lead at the break. Safe to say there's no catching them today. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. We'll return shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. They've got Okongwu, and it's Puffkin in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Here's Rizachet. Lays it up off the glass. Rizachet's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for Atlanta. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Atlanta.
And they've shown great focus on the defensive end, putting constant pressure on the ball and really disruptive in terms of what they've done defensively.
They've also been scoring on the break. With how difficult it is to get buckets in the half court, anytime you can push the ball in transition for easy ones, that's big time.
Here's Shed. Count that bucket.
Boy, that's exactly the look you're working toward, right at the rim.
The Hawks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Gay. Here's Buffkin. Hawks passing it around. To the middle. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group. Boy, an unfortunate mix-up right there cost them a possession.
And the Hawks making a change here. In Toronto, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. There's a screen, and looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but Nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
And the Hawks can't hang on to the ball. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Battle. And he lobs it up toward the rim. He gets that one. Mamukelashvili has got his first 2 points of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Here's Bufkin. Over Lawson. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Well, there's no doubt there were better options on the floor, but it certainly seemed like he had his mind made up.
Hawks have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher. Buries it from three-point range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Pass to Shed. Newell pulls it in. Atlanta has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Bufkin. Off target from outside.
You know, things haven't clicked for him offensively, but other guys around him, give them credit. They're filling in the gaps.
Here's Murray Boyle. Battle passes to Mamukelashvili. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Shed. His three-pointers off the mark. The Hawks have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Offensive rebound. Newell, good.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Murray bowls. And again, no good by Toronto. For Atlanta, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made 1 basket in this period.
Newell pulls it in. Hawks shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Intercepted. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Lawson the pass to Mamukelashvili. Back to Lawson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pass to Jorsic. Powered down with both hands.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Battle. Here's Shed. Off target from three-point range.
He's having a tough quarter scoring the basketball and able to help them close this gap.
Here's Bufkin. Jacks up a 3. Here's Gage. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And just scrapes and claws for that offensive rebound and doesn't take any chances there with the putback.
GA, strong work all around, and the rebound and the stuff both. Wow. Battle passes to Lawson. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Here's Newell. Here's Krejci. Hits the front of the rim and out. Pass to Shed. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. Down low. Gay's shot is good. Gay's got 10 points here in the second half.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Also, a tough quarter for him offensively. He hasn't been able to give his team a lift when they need it.
Here's Bufkin. No good on the 3.
Well, you can't buy a bucket. Shut out completely so far, and yet they're still ahead.
Back to Lawson. Toronto working the ball around now.
Yeah, if you're playing that power forward position, you overcome a lack of size with great hops.
Pass to Djorcic. Going inside.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Lets it go with a three. Newell pulls it in. Newell's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Here's Gay. No good from outside.
Boy, this guy was able to connect from deep in the first half, hasn't found the range since.
Here's Shed. Here's Murray Boyle. A three-pointer off the mark. The Hawks shooting about 40% here in the 4th quarter. Stolen away. Inside. Pass to Krejci. Over Lawson. Krejci, no good. The Raptors shooting in the 4th quarter, not pretty, down around 29%. Here's Shed. The three-pointer, no good.
This guy is completely out of rhythm this quarter. He just can't get going.
Here's Buffkin. Pass to Krejci. The Hawks again can't hit. Here's Shed. And he uses the glass on the layup.
At that range, it is about finishing strong. You can't hesitate.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
They set the pick. Here's Krejci. Pass to Djorcic. Right wing. Here's Mamu Kelishvili. That three off the mark. And there's a minute 45 left in the game. Here's Gay. And the three off target. Raptors shooting only 31%. Their offense really struggling to put possessions together. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. And with NBA defenses more spread out than ever, Doris, teams are getting more aggressive, looking for offensive rebounds.
They are, Kevin, because it can be a valuable asset to get extra possessions. You're winning on the margins if you do that. And let's remember, certain guys just have a knack for getting offensive rebounds, so why not let those guys work?
And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for Atlanta.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And while there was some nice performances tonight, it definitely ended up being a solid outing for Jalen Johnson.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Johnson with the block.
Perfect timing on that rejection by Johnson, an active defender with great instinct.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That way. When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Here's Shed. Payne covering. Shed, that's good. 8 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Payne with it. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we...
Terrific job, Allie. Thank you so much. That was enjoyable.